So, how does a person become wise? How does a person have wisdom? How do you go about getting wisdom? Well, I was at a dinner party one time and I sit next to a retired judge, about like 89 years old, and I asked him that question, and he said, "You read." So I have thought of ways that you get wisdom, and I found 3 ways that you can gain wisdom, 3 ways that we gain wisdom. And gaining wisdom is about learning, and learning is about programming or reprogramming the brain. So the first way of learning is by experience. The second way of learning wisdom is by reading. And the third way of learning wisdom is by viewing other people or asking advice from other people. So the third way is other people. Now, like, let's say there's a hot stove and another person says, that stove is hot. You're not going to get burned. And then let's say you read the stove, and the stove says, the indicator on the stove says it's hot. Well, you're not going to likely get burned. Well, how about you don't read, or you don't hear anything and you touch the stove? Well, you now know it's hot, and that is, you now have to suffer consequences of getting that burn. But you know that it's hot and it's tattooed and seared into your brain. So learning from experience tattoos and sears lessons into your brain, but you also have to deal with consequences a lot more. And then there's humiliation of not learning, not knowing, and learning as you go. So it's always good to read or take advice from people before you go out and do things, so that you can do your best with kind of like a leg up, you know. And also, if you don't read or research, you also can be unprepared for when you are doing the experience. But it is good to go out and experience and expose yourself as much as you can to the things that you enjoy, and find things more like that you enjoy, that are new, and live. Now, reading is really cool because you can read in privacy. And let's say you have a relative that has an emotional handicap problem and you don't know how to deal with that person. So you can go and you can buy a book, you can read about it. And reading about it, you can read about it in your own privacy. You will know how to deal with the situation. You will learn, and it's all nobody's business but your own. And then also, to read a book, I try to stick with nonfiction, autobiographies mostly. But the best way is you can do audiobooks, ebooks, internet, YouTube. You can do Yahoo Answers. Those are like the really good ways of learning. And that's kind of like reading is from the internet, and the internet is the world at your fingertips. So I try to take 3 things away from each book that I read. And if I'm not able to take 3 things away from a book that I read, then I kind of want my money back, So the third way is by watching other people, getting advice, or viewing other people in the real world, not just viewing them on YouTube, but viewing them in the real world. This is not as private, and people will know your business. If you go to them with your business, say, "This is my business, I need help. What do you think I should do?" They're going to know what you need help with, what your problem is, what you're going on in your life. You can also learn from other people's experiences and learn other people's consequences of their experiences. And this will motivate you to either do something or motivate you to not do something. Like if somebody goes out and gets a great career, you might get motivated to do that. But if somebody spends their whole time partying, then, and they're just sitting at their house while all their friends are gone through college and live in nice houses, then, you know, you are you're motivated not to just slack around, you know. But also, viewing is good because it's, you know, it helps you get other people involved in your life and what's going on with your life. There's people that have died in cults and stuff like that. They didn't have issues with, you know, depression, self-esteem. You know, they were normal people that have died in cults. But they were isolated, and they didn't tell, you know, an outsider what was going on or wanted their opinion on things. So having an outsider also know what's going on with you is actually very healthy. And having an outsider say, hey, no, this isn't right, or this isn't normal, or, you know, like having their input is also a good way to gain wisdom as well, as by having mentors and having people that you look up to around you to get advice from or to view. So those are my 3 ways of learning. The first is experience, the second is reading, the third is by other people, advice or viewing. Thank you.